Okay, Jessica, it's all yours.
Perfect. Thank you so much for being here today. This is the City Events and Recognition Committee. We are so excited to have you here. We will be reading through land acknowledgements. I would like to acknowledge that we rest on the traditional homeland of the Puyallup people, where they make their homes in the Chute language. So now we will open this up to open discussion.
Anything in particular that you want to cover? We probably want to end at 4:30 just because we've been talking and moving already, but
No, there's a lot of things I'd love to cover. Yes, so as far as like MLK and all the things, we need to talk about that. What are your other thoughts, Kala?
open it up to the group. Alex and Cecily are also remote, so if you want to check with them, but also we have in the room Jacob, Kirsten, and Keani. So you have a full contingent today.
Perfect. So how is everyone feeling right now?
Oh, such a big question. How do you mean with regards to the MLK events?
Yes, in regards to MLK, just CERC in general, all the things.
Well, for myself, I'm eager for next steps. I know that we sat down and selected a couple of potential nominees. Are those concrete at this point?
Yes.
All the way sent out. What is our next role? What are our next responsibilities for the event? What's the next things we have to do?
Yeah, so there will be some opportunities for all of you to participate. We have a list of not volunteer, well, you guys are volunteers, but on site during the event, there's a certain number of things that Jennifer will go over. She's not here because she just had some dental surgery. Remember I was just talking about that? So she won't be here today. And so I can kind of pinch hit for her in her absence. But if we've got the MLK as an item on the agenda for staff updates, so I think let's leave it till the staff update stuff. Yeah. It's gonna be a good one. I'll give you an update on it, but great stuff that's going on. Let's see where you want to fit in.
Excellent.
Yeah. Anyone else have any plans for the next month? Coming up?
I'm going to Spokane for a funeral. Everybody be jealous.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's right.
Yeah, all of that, not just Spokane, but to a tiny little farming town, 90 minutes outside of Spokane. So I get to go to Spokane and then go to Odessa.
Odessa.
Yes.
I've never heard that too.
Somebody pregnant?
Yeah.
That's gonna be a long.
Yeah.
Yanni, how was your vacation in the world of magic?
Oh, vacation. It was my first time there.
Oh.
So first visit was
Park-wise?
amazing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just magic.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you go?
Not unlike
Disneyland?
CERC.
Oh, sorry.
Just a bunch of magic.
Magic fireworks. I personally.
I went to Disney World.
Ah, nice.
Oh, you went over.
Last week. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And then also going to a funeral next week in Hawaii.
Okay, that's way better. That's a lot longer trip.
Same
time.
circumstances though, so
Yeah, I mean,
condolences.
ideal.
Nothing's, I mean, traveling right now is not fun.
Yeah, I have to fly to Spokane, which is real dumb, but you can't trust the past, so.
can't trust airlines either, so.
Southwest has canceled their entire freaking portfolio of flights for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, I wasn't going Southwest, but.
We were so lucky, Fran and we planned it was just luck. It was just dumb luck because we flew out on a Tuesday and we flew home on a Wednesday afternoon and from Oahu, and everybody else had nothing but problems. My sister-in-law and brother-in-law they diverted to San Francisco because they were flying on early Friday morning and everything was iced up and they closed all of the runways. So they had to rent a car and they'd stand in line for I don't know how many hours. And then they had to rent a car and drive home. And they were,
Yeah.
and then they hosted Christmas on Sunday.
You're a human pinball if you're traveling right now.
Exactly. But yeah, they're nightmares out there. Any big events coming up in your life that you're working on, producing?
No, nothing on the horizon yet.
Okay, other than okay.
And okay, yes, excited. So
Yeah. Anything coming up, Jessica, in your event world that you want to talk about?
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on at Courthouse Square. It's going to be really great. We've been working a lot with like Downtown Tacoma Partnership, as well as like I would love to do more with like Tacoma events and venues, clearly. But it's been good, but it's been very, very, very busy. It's just an interesting moment right now.
I was looking at my, looking at the year in the rearview mirror, and I think I received, this is kind of unprecedented actually, considering what we've been through. I'm sure you feel the same way. I received for special event permits, was just that one little category. I received 139 applications over the year, and not every single one of them gets permitted. But I permitted over 115.
Wow.
And that's pretty astounding. I mean, that ratio is unheard of. I usually get like 175 and maybe I do 120. Or I get 200 and maybe I do 130 or something like that. But this is like, I mean, for a comeback year to have issued that many permits, and most of them were like celebratory.
That's
fairs,
fantastic.
street,
Yay.
street closures, which are no fun for anybody, I have to say. But most of them were that kind of uplifting, event type of thing.
That's
Cecily,
amazing.
you unmuted. What do you
Oh,
what do you
I
got for us?
know. Well, I was just honestly just going to start off by sharing my condolences. I'm so sorry to hear about folks having to leave
Good.
town for funerals. I wish it was
Wow.
vacation. So just sending some love and but yeah, and I think that's awesome news about how many, I think it just goes to show really that people are ready to get out of our homes. We're ready to see people. We want to get together again. And so it's wonderful that we're figured out ways to do that and do it safely. So yeah, that's been pretty cool. And we have ours coming up here for Girls Hearts on Fire. It's a program that I founded here in Tacoma for young women. And we have our annual Fly Gala coming up. It stands for First Love Yourself. And so that'll be in February, which seems like it is like right around the corner. Just a lot happening. But super excited to be planning that out. A lot of great things happening for the org. It feels really messy right now. And I feel like I'm climbing out of a hole, but it's all for good things. So, that's just kind of where I am right now. Working on those things and trying to work through this cold too, as you probably can hear it in my
Me
throat.
too. Me too. I got it too. I got mine in Hawaii though.
Right?
Me. Are your kids doing okay? I heard you have 2 kids?
My husband and I are blended. We were like Brady Bunch. So we both married high school sweethearts, which I jokingly call them our sweet tarts. Because now obviously we're married. So so we had 3 and 3, and then we had 1 together. And so in our home though, we have four littles, and the 3 oldest are in college. So we've got 1 at ASU, 1 in our University of Washington, Seattle, and 1 down in California. So super busy, and it's been wonderful to have everybody home for the holidays. And they'll all start heading back out here shortly, unfortunately, to go, live life and become educated. So there's that, but it's been really
You must
good.
be so proud, my goodness.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
And Kirsten, want to tell us a little bit more about your gala, because you've got one coming up as well.
Yeah, May 19th for Nourish. It's our 50th anniversary. And it's as far as we've gotten, as far as I know.
Oh, besides researching snack foods.
Well, yeah, snack foods are important.
Yeah.
Yeah, the next thing is like gross, like Jello molds and,
I
the
grew up
like,
on Jell-O molds.
yeah,
There's
like
nothing
the
gross about
popular meals
So the
is the
60s,
next
50s.
one that I'm gonna look up.
that. 50s
So,
and 60s, yeah.
yeah. Well, we
awesome.
started 73, so I think we're gonna miss most of
Oh,
that.
that's right, you're just doing during your.
Yeah,
Still get some Jello molds.
I think so.
Early 70s?
I think so, in the early 70s. We'll definitely get some gross diet stuff. And I did get to talk about Olestra that made everybody, remember that? It made everybody poop.
Yeah.
50 years, that's amazing. Congratulations.
Well, it's actually, every time I say it, I get kind of sad. Like, I don't feel like we should still be around. I feel like we should have fixed hunger, but apparently we haven't. So let's keep going. But
Yeah.
It's great to work for an organization whose whole objective is to put themselves out of business.
Right.
That's good.
exactly.
Yeah, PCAP is like that too.
That's how you're like working towards a societal benefit. The end goal is none of us have jobs.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's do it.
That's a lot of nonprofits. I mean, like,
Indeed.
Pierce County AIDS Foundation is like that as well. So.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like, why do we have to still exist? Could you please, what can we do?
yeah.
Exactly. So, and Jacob, you're
I'm
interviewing.
nothing.
Madly.
No, you're getting married.
Well, that
Yeah.
is a big festival that is happening in April, so
Okay.
yes, that'll be a large planned event, unfortunately, not a great deal of public attendance. But
No
it is
live
certainly-
stream?
No, well, I mean, we might do a live stream, we'll talk, but it depends on the quality of the cameras, I'm not doing it for anything less than 4K,
Okay, sure.
so we'll see.
Understood. What's it on, Alex? What's she been doing?
Sorry, you're all freezing a little bit. Did someone say my name?
Yeah, no, we were just going around the room and saying, what's coming up in the new year, early new year for us.
Oh. My goodness, it feels like every organization in Washington wants to launch a marketing campaign in January.
Yes.
So
Good
there's
problem.
lots of stuff going on for J-Ray. We are doing we're doing quite a few projects actually for the city of Tacoma right now. We're doing the driver safety thing. We're going to help with the state of the city. And I think that there's a Tacoma Creates thing that just came through. But yeah, lots of good things coming up. Lots of good, mostly branding and marketing for nonprofits. And probably the most exciting thing is Congress just designated much of the West Washington coast, the saltwater coast, as a national heritage area. So we're going to be, we branded it last year, and now we're going to start soft launching it this year as like a destination. So that will be coming.
Does
Wow.
that come with development restrictions and that sort of thing?
What, say that again?
Does that come with like development restrictions,
Yeah,
land limits, that kind of stuff?
protecting land and educating people about it. Yeah, so we're partnering a lot with like ports and museums and tribes and tourism. It's exciting. There's a lot of hands involved. So that's probably one of our most exciting things going on right now.
That's very cool. Anybody else have anything to add, or shall we move along in the agenda to stay on time? Jessica? Chair?
I don't have anything to add, Jessica.
I think we can move on and do other things. Yes. absolutely.
Let me share my screen again. See if I can find it.
I'm gonna switch to another network, so I might pop in and out because
That's fine.
y'all are freezing, so.
Okay.
One-
Go ahead. Jessica, the next item is, chair comments. You're on mute if you're talking.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Perfect. All right. So we do have other things to accomplish with today, which is great. So exciting. So next we can go on to, can we go on to like MLK?
Well, I have, the agenda approval. I don't have minutes because, you know, I was on vacation. So I've tabled out for the next meeting. And then we have staff update, during which we have MLK planning as one of the items. So if you have anything else you want to cover right now, we can do that.
The only thing I wonder to actually discuss is actually, Kiani brought really great things to the table, sent me a beautiful email about us doing, perhaps having the meetings in different locations. I don't know if that's a thing. So Kala, we should probably like go back to that.
Okay, let me see if I can find that. I'm gonna stop sharing the agenda and I'll find it. So. Okay, Kevin.
Sure.
Here it is. I'm gonna share this email, okay? So that you can all see this, okay? Okay. Let's see. You had some ideas. You want to talk about those? Or
Sure. So my proposal, grand vision is change of venues. It doesn't have to be every meeting, but so that's a big idea. I pointed out three things that I was kind of hearing in comments during discussions. Over the last meeting, I was kind of only calling in, so you guys probably didn't see me, but I was listening.
Mhm.
And some of the comments that stood out to me, number one, no public attendance nor public comments. Two, Jessica wants us to make this our own. And three, I was hearing from last session that you guys want more outreach for public involvement, whether that's with CERC or with other committees or with the city. I'm not sure exactly. It was a little diluted.
community engagement
but-
is like the number one thing that we really need to focus on.
Right, but community engagement. So all of that was inspiring to me, and I felt like just putting ourselves out there into the community, just by simple change of venue, just to have the meetings at a different venue would hopefully inspire other pockets of our community to possibly engage with us, whether that was strictly through the folks attending a Wednesday night church service or after school church service. I'm not sure, I don't go to church, but I know that like Wednesday things happen, right?
Mhm.
That's a thing. Or if it's held at school gymnasium, maybe a PTA meeting might be there. Could hold something in collaboration, I don't know. So it doesn't have to be as involved in that, but my thought was we could get more public involvement just by being out there instead of
Here.
here.
For the municipal board.
Yeah,
no, I agree.
so I know that it could be a little bit difficult to do all the whole scheduling thing and, but I feel like just by listening to all of you, we have some expertise in that area on planning things like, you know, doing the whole web tech thing. I know most churches are equipped with
Mhm.
those kind of services. I know community centers are already equipped with rooms that have these. Schools already are totally connected. So I don't feel like moving our venue would be too difficult. Especially with, you know, having TV on our side too. They might be able to help in some ways, get us access to some new environments and new people.
Yeah.
So that's in general what I
Right.
messaged.
Yeah, that's great. Would you all like me to send this email just so you have some food for thought? Is that okay?
Yeah, I think that'd be great. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be great. I mean, this is the kind of brainstorming that you guys.
You could broadcast that as like CERC on the road or something like that, like, or CERC in your district, something.
Right,
If
and like,
rotated
I know a lot of
through
it was like recognition too that we're doing, so every time we go out to a different spot, like that little community will have more access to getting their people and clubs and organizations to be nominated and, you know, we're doing a lot of stuff on the social media side with Gerald, but we could be actually getting out there and physically and hitting the people that might not be following all of us. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that would lean further towards my stance, as I am practically like not on the socials.
Right.
It's-
Yeah, and I have a hard time with that too, because I only have Facebook and.
Yeah, I'm only on Facebook myself, so I understand, but, yeah, I mean, that's kind of brainstorming, I think, is really valuable to moving this committee, you know, forward.
And I'm sorry I didn't include everyone, but during my conversation during orientation, it was, I asked the question, like, who should we be bringing ideas to? And she said, you know, have the conversation with Jessica first, and then we'll kind of brainstorm from there.
Yeah, I wonder if we couldn't use this as a way to proactively invite community group, like, hey, we're going to,
Exactly.
what leaps immediately into my mind is the Asian American Pacific
Me
Islander
too.
Center.
Yeah.
Right there on South Carolina.
And they are great and they love
Wonderful.
everything.
Wonderful
They
people.
will, yeah.
They throw a kick-ass party every summer, I apologize, an excellent party that everyone should go to and attend.
Absolutely.
Huge blast.
Yes.
But yeah, it feels like with organizations like that, we could reach out to them and ask if we could use their facilities for a community meeting. And have representatives from their organizations or organizations that they recommend sit in as well, offer their own feedback, you know, provide that kind of, that kind of community interaction.
Yeah, the
That would be really-
only downside I could see is us having too long of a meeting then.
Yeah.
Like a little too much community involvement.
I was gonna say, maybe consider instead of it being a regular meeting, be a special meeting. So that it's still a public meeting because you're all, you know, you hope that there's a quorum.
Mhm.
But what if, say, for instance, there's not a quorum and you don't have any business to make decisions on, but what the business of the meeting is is to engage with the community.
So it's more
And
of
that's
a
it.
forum.
So you have, you have 3 meetings a quarter. What if the last meeting of every quarter, if it works out, was a community engagement meeting and not an event planning meeting? Just a
I
thought.
like that. I think.
So that you're not breaking the rules of protocol and that sort of thing. We could still have everything set up to record because it's gonna be really important information that you're collecting. But you wanna have an agenda, you wanna have, you
What I
know,
like,
purpose.
I like that because then we will know, okay, this meeting will be that meeting, so all the way along the road, we can be inviting people to that meeting.
Mhm.
Cause that
And
forward
we'll look at
thinking
the
is.
calendar and be very selective because I just thought, oh, last month of the quarter for fourth quarter is December and that's not a very good month, as we noticed from last week, because time's gone. But it's still an option, you know, or you can move it around, you can do it 3 times a year in 3 different places.
Yeah, we could just say once a quarter, one of our meetings a quarter will be a community outreach meeting.
Yeah.
I like that idea about it being a quarterly meeting. I think that's a good idea. And it also, if we can be strategic about where we're placing those community meetings to make sure that we have equal access to, or folks have equal access to the meeting and we're able to incorporate many voices at that table. I think that'd be wonderful.
Yeah, and that means like, we want to be outside of downtown because all of your other meetings are downtown Tacoma, so.
Yeah.
You want to be like East Side Community Center or one of the churches in the Hilltop or, you know,
Yeah.
Tupac, or I was thinking, isn't your office in your location in Tacoma?
We have a bunch of locations,
okay.
but none of them are
Or set up for
set
this?
up for this, yeah.
Really
I have
could
some
be
connections
set
at
up.
the.
I could make it happen,
Does the city have a portable projector? I mean, what's really
Nourish does.
lacking
I
infrastructure?
own a portable projector
Middle
and a
school?
screen, cause I'm a nerd.
I mean,
Yeah, well-
that's really what's missing. Almost everywhere will have any.
Or we can build it
Yeah.
into the budget to hire someone to do it really well for us.
Yeah.
There are lots of different options. We don't have a huge budget, let's just be real, and it's smaller now than it ever was before, but,
Where we have budgets.
Well, you have to
Oh.
put on events.
yeah, well, that will be one of the items that we add to the future. Let's discuss
I thought we were just flying on a blank check. What is that not?
Oh, yeah.
A blank check of 0?
Yeah.
Let's discuss the budget.
That's a great idea. I feel like now I have to think of something great.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
no,
do.
you don't. No, no,
I
no.
do.
Yeah, you do. Come on.
Wow.
You could do it.
I can't, not right now.
Okay, no pressure.
I wasn't even aware that it was gonna get any type of response.
Oh, it's
Really.
great. It's a great
I thought she
idea.
was just gonna ghost
That would
me.
be awful. Yeah, this is Jessica we're talking about. Anything else you wanna, for the good of the order there, Jessica, for your chair section?
Hey guys, really quick, sorry to interrupt. I'm just gonna join from my phone. I need to drop one of my littles off at work. So I'm gonna join by mobile.
Okay, can't be all that little.
Yeah, it's all right.
Jessica, did you have anything else you wanted to talk about? Jessica?
Oh, Cal, by the way, it's only a one-way. You can only hear on the conference call.
You can't
The-
talk.
You can't talk,
Oh, that's right.
because I was trying to talk. but
Perfect.
So
Nobody
you
heard me.
probably were like going, I'm talking. Jessica, are you there? Can you hear us? I can't see you, so I don't know if you're there.
Her hands up.
That's me.
Oh, that's
Sorry.
right.
Ah.
Well, in the meantime, there is, Jessica and I also talked about a different idea involving community engagement. So, we're just kind of batting some things around, and while we were going through nominations for the event. And there were a couple of nominees who had done concrete, the specific one that leaps into my head is someone who had really dedicated 2 or 3 years of their free time to just daily going out and cleaning up an area of the city near their house. Wow. And while that doesn't, I
That's in my
think,
neighborhood.
it doesn't quite reach lifetime achievement sort of recognition levels. However, this is not the lifetime recognitions committee, it is just the recognitions committee.
Mhm.
And I felt like it might be cool, and I hope Gerald would be here too, but to use our social media space.
Monthly spotlights.
That's exactly right.
Ah.
For specific people from particular districts who are doing small but meaningful work that don't necessarily rise to an annual gala, but do absolutely deserve some kind of recognition, some kind of kudos from the city for just small, meaningful acts.
One of the things that I really loved in the Tacoma Weekly was just that pothole pig.
Oh.
Just that little spotlight.
Yeah.
I always look forward to that. And that would be something I could
Something
totally see.
just
So that you
like
can
that.
avoid that street.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Or not.
You know, the neighborhood business district program used to have, well, let me back up. The 6th Avenue Business District used to have this thing called the Golden Broom that they would award to somebody every year. And I thought, oh, while you were talking about specific districts, not necessarily meaning business districts, but you know, we've got neighborhood council districts, and we have neighborhood business districts. It might be something that, you know, maybe we send out to the universe of goodness, neighborhood community services and the community and economic development, say, is there a way that we could collaborate and support you by recognizing an individual through a process of nominating and, you know, recognizing through your programs, and see what they think about that. Because they've approached me before about other types of volunteerism, but it's been a long time, so.
Yeah, and I think it's a good way to increase community engagement if you are regularly asking for that kind of thing. Like, give me good people, constantly give me good people. And then when you come back around to the City of Destiny Awards, the MLK Awards, you have ongoing dialogues with some of these organizations and groups that could boost enthusiasm for the big award ceremonies, produce more nominees and more competitive nominees for those roles.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how to start on that sort of thing, but
I think it'd be pretty,
it seems like a top of the year sort of.
well, knowing all, I mean, then there's all these other boards and commissions that are functioning. That's another thing that, we have a monthly CBC liaison meeting. I can bring it up, and I bet they would just be, they would love it. Some of them would, maybe not the ethics board.
Most city public service.
Yeah,
Always a tricky game.
there's no.
Well, you just don't want to be least ethical.
And, Jessica, are you back? I saw a little yellow bar on your window. Jennifer just texted me during our meeting. They just turned my mattress off. I'm like, we're in a meeting, Jennifer. That's what your mattress does to you.
I'll tell you what, this brief class I'm going to go.
Okay.
Other CBCs that want to recognize people. I mean, I would imagine the commission on Commission for Immigrants and Refugees and immigrants. Yeah, CERC. It's their acronym. I bet they would have something that they'd like to recognize. They have a very serious set of goals. It's not, I mean, I'm sure that they want to celebrate people and that's good, but it's not all fun and celebration in their community. It's really trying to retrofit government into really being a welcoming city, as opposed to just having a piece of paper that says it.
We were just on the news, Nourish was just on the news because one of our food banks is almost exclusively Ukrainian refugees now. And
Which one is that?
Edgewood, as well as Jackson Street, which is in University Place, which I thought was really interesting. But they're only open one night a month. But
Okay.
Edgewood is, yeah, almost exclusively Ukrainians. And it's really changed the whole atmosphere. It's really just the culture is really different. And it was really fascinating to just kind of.
Just amazing people there, most giving, kind, generous. people.
They also will argue and
Oh,
not
yeah.
stop,
Oh, yeah.
and they will get right here, and
Yeah.
it's a little startling. It was a cultural thing I was not prepared for, but it was also really fun to get to go down there and hang out with them. And
We have a sister city, actually that's from the Slavic Center in Tacoma. And my friend Debbie Bingham is the liaison to the Sister Cities program, so she's been. And this is back in like 2017, but yeah, they just had a procession recently through Tacoma.
it's been very interesting to see the changes just since the war started in our, in Nourish's people that we're helping. We've really seen a huge change in our Ukrainian, just
Yeah, do you
Wow.
do you know anything about the Slavic Center? Does Nourish know anything? You might want to check in on that. 'Cause they-
yeah. I know we have
they
trouble
huge
finding,
presence.
I know we have trouble finding translators because they won't get vaccinated. Yeah.
Never mind. I think Jessica might be having. It's wording.
Meteor strikes are increasingly common in residential districts, and it's not on Mass's website.
Fascinating.
That's not true. That's nothing, I'm sorry.
Everything?
It was a stress test for the internet.
Wonder, should we try to text or call Jessica to see if,
Yeah, I texted her and I sent her a direct message.
did you? Okay.
No,
Just wondering.
no, we cannot. Turns out we have to actually care about each other.
Talk amongst yourselves, right back. Taking a short break.
So what day is the wedding?
April 29th.
April 29th.
Then
It should be sunny by then, and
that's what I'm betting. It feels like spring, the sunny side of spring is moving a little bit earlier and earlier in the year. Like if it was 2007, 2008, I would be real nervous about it and a late April booking, but with all this great climate change,
yes.
we're gonna have a nice balmy springs.
Yes, my daughter-in-law is a climate scientist and it is fucking terrifying. She starts to tell me and I'm like, I don't want to know. Thanks. I want to sleep at night. She's like, if I have to know, you have to know. Don't want to know.
Oh, God.
I was trying to Google my favorite event, but it's no longer an event, so,
Oh, well, lots of things are no longer
all right.
a thing.
Yeah.
She's okay.
I'm just worried.
Four 4,000 emails in your inbox?
Oh, no, that's unread.
Wow.
I don't throw anything away, it's massive. Storage things. I'm not kidding, it comes in handy. Right.
I'm the same way.
Alex, are you still there?
I am.
You get to be in charge.
You might need to be in charge, because Jessica, I can't get a hold of her.
Oh, no.
No, so you wanna get in my car and drive down there.
Uh-oh.
Do you wanna do the ask for a motion for the agenda to be approved, just so we have it on the record? And then. if
Oh
there's
boy,
anything-
Robert's rules. Okay.
Yeah. It's on the agenda. Do you have a copy of it, or you want to bring it back up?
Could you pull it up?
Yes, sir.
I'll ask for a motion to approve the agenda.
There we go.
Okay. Do we have a motion to approve the agenda?
Sure, I so moved.
Jacob?
Cecily, I'll second the motion.
Cecily seconds.
Cecily, okay.
Okay, any discussion?
We're all salivating after the staff update.
Do we have staff updates?
Yes.
Okay, I think we can move to staff updates then, right, Kala?
Yep.
Do we need
Oh,
to
you need to
vote?
vote. Ask for, all in favor?
Oh, you're right, we do need to vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thanks. Okay, now we can go to staff updates.
Okay,
All right, now we're good.
now we're good, and now Jessica's not with us on this call, so this is what she wanted to talk about. I told her to wait, and I'm feeling guilty. All right. Let me do the marketing, social media update. It's pretty quick. I've got, an email from Gerald that he sent earlier today. Let's see here. Let's see, pretty short report from Gerald, and Nuevo, he had an appointment as well today, so, and Tammy's on vacation. So new staff members, we have a new marketing specialist that's gonna work directly with Hillary and Gerald. Her name is Jasmine. I have not met her yet because, vacation. So I think she's gonna be working on some of the things that I was doing in the interim while we didn't have the marketing specialist role filled. Namely, collecting information from booking inquiries for the Tacoma Dome. And then she's got a bunch of other usual marketing as her role fills out. So, but we're gonna invite her to the next meeting, so you guys will get to meet her. Let's see. We have, he already posted today again, the city awards nominations. I was supposed to check my Survey Monkey account, which I didn't do, but when I left, we actually had about 4 or 5 in there, and the deadline is January 30th.
Okay.
So, and I have some paper forms that if any of you want them and you want to hand them out, or you have a place that you put them, that's great. If not, it's the Survey Monkey link is, on the website, on the City of Destiny Awards website. Let's see. And then I'm gonna give him some more info, Jennifer's gonna give him some more information about the MLK awardees, Priscilla Lisicich, who was just recently retired from Safe Streets after like, I think 38 years or something. Yeah, and then also, Tanika Aiden, she works at TCC, but she has done a bunch of different things, over the years for
Label organizing.
Label.
With kids, with one movie.
Yep.
Yeah, really strong career.
Yeah, all the things. And then the mayor is gonna be, so these are all gonna go on social media in the next week or so. And then the mayor, I'm gonna see if I can get the PR contact at San Laura because Janae Bridges is gonna receive a special recognition award from the mayor for her service in the community. And then she also is gonna sing at the event, so we wanna put something about her. And then we have Tacoma Symphony that will be performing. We have the Tracy L. Davis Celebration Choir, which is the community choir of people that come together just for MLK. And then, so we want to put something on there for that. And he says, never how about the last meeting? Fill out the form and send a headshot. So I will collect your forms at the end of the meeting to take care of. It works. Yeah. Did I give you a form? Okay, good. So that is the TDE marketing update for today. And the next item is MLK planning. So let me start with one solid thing I have a deadline for. It's happening next week, next Thursday morning at 8:30. Jessica is planning on attending or being appearing on City Line on TV Tacoma, Channel 12, and I think it's 8:30 in the morning after we get the studio, and there will be 2 people on the couch with Amanda Westbrook for City Line, and it's live broadcast. So I wanted to throw it out there for all of you all. Who wants to be the second person? Because we're all good at this, so.
Kala, the audio is pretty bad. I heard a question about City Line.
Let me put it in the chat, okay?
Yeah, same thing on my end, Kala. We are just coming up against many obstacles, it seems like, in this meeting today. Sorry.
It's this room. It's like when we built it, they were thinking about Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I open it up to whomever else wants to go. I had it on my calendar, but I certainly don't feel strongly about being there. And I don't know what anyone is saying. I'm just hearing static. Can you all hear me?
The second.
Can you all hear me? Yes. Okay. Oh, you're putting things in the chat. I see. Sorry, Jacob is available. Okay. That's sounds good to me. Cecily, it looks like Cecily is also available. Calla, what is the, do we have a limit, I'm assuming? Okay. 2, okay. And with Jessica being there, gotcha. Do you want to chat with Jessica and have the two of you just be the arbiter of who comes on and let her know that myself, Cecily, and Jacob are all available? I feel like I'm in an SNL skit. I see your guys' lips move, and what comes out is like static. That's okay. We're gonna mime. Okay. Maybe this is what Jessica is also running into. I also texted her too, Kala. Okay. So we just talked about the city line appearance. Outreach, it looks like the next thing on the agenda is the outreach fair, unless you already covered that. Okay, outreach fair. Are we good on the outreach fair? Thumbs up if there's stuff to say, thumbs down if you want us to move on. Thumbs down, we can move on. Okay, City of Destiny Award.
Do we talk about the management?
No, I put it in the chat, but,
That's what Canada is going to be.
Got it. I feel like it shouldn't feel different.
Looks like Cecily is gonna hop off. Thank you, Cecily. Sorry for the static. And I will continue to do my best with gestures to get us to the finish line. Do we have an MLK subcommittee member on the call that can provide an update, or Kala, do you have information?
chat, look at the chat.
Looking in the chat. Okay, I heard chat.
So I don't know anything about Martin Luther King Day. Yeah, so I know nothing. Just tell me where to be and when, and that's all I do. Yeah.
Yeah, my guiding question, I think, is the same as just in what way can we make ourselves useful on that. Right, because I mean, the planning for an event this size now, 3 weeks before is done. More or less lined up, performers, events, whatever the agenda is gonna look like, so on and so forth. So for us, it is, yeah, it's a fact on that, where does our revenue for that?
And also, Nourish is gonna be getting the food, and I don't know what that looks like either. It was me, and I talked to Cecily. But basically, she just said, we're gonna do that, and I said, okay, and that was the conversation. I said, I will bring him in. Usually it does not, but because I live there, the church.
Okay. Okay, subcommittee is some sessions. I think we'll have to send that meeting or send that update via email. Okay, so thumbs up if we can move to communications. Thumbs down if there's more to say on the MLK. Nope. Stop. Okay. One more thing. I also have not heard from Jessica. I hope she's okay.
Very weird. You still connected. So the food drive.
Maybe she can hear us and she's just sitting back and watching the show.
No idea. I didn't even know this was a thing.
More about the food drive, so I'll make sure Jennifer talks to her. Oh, yeah, that's great. Okay, so Kala will make sure that Jennifer is connected with Kirsten about the food drive.
He's giving communications to the communications.
Something funny just happened and I don't know what it is.
I said, due to communication issues, we need to skip communications. That's communications and communications have been restored. That's good stuff.
Thank you, Kala, for documenting everything. I know it's important for public record and
Yeah.
compliance
Yeah.
in the chat due to communication issues. Yes.
Get it?
Whoever finds this on YouTube is going to have an amazing time.
If they make it this far.
Whoa, yeah, boy, if they get an hour into this one, that's good stuff. That's commitment from the public.
I'm exhausted.
Do we, okay, so if we're gonna skip communications, I think we, do we have public comment?
Stop.
No public comment.
I do want the public comment in general. I think you're right, public comment is important, but perhaps not today specifically. Today specifically.
It would say, your communications
So
technology is sucky.
when will we get information about what to do on MLK Day?
We can talk about it. Shut this down. And I can talk to you guys each offline as well, because it's almost 5:30.
So maybe Kala, maybe for other members, if there are questions about MLK Day, perhaps either you, Jessica, or some combination of us can connect with people individually about it.
Look at y'all thinking on the same parallel track. That's good.
I see a smile and a thumbs up, so I'm gonna tell myself that that's an agreement. Oh, red mine, okay. Okay, so I think we can move to public comment now, and if there's no public comment, oh, adjourn. I think we can adjourn since there's no public.
Yeah, I put no comment right there.
I do want to drop.
Oh,
two
that is the
things
public
on
comment.
Number 7 here.
Okay, 2 things on number 7.
Future agendas, I think we should start to talk and solidify Kiana's idea, maybe set up between this meeting and the next meeting, some people that we could reach out to, venues that we could potentially reach out to have that kind of like a proactive public meeting. And the same for a monthly community recognition. I think both of those things should hit the agenda and maybe have a little bit of groundwork done prior to our next meeting, yeah.
See, till they're just gonna lose it.
Yeah, we're gonna need to work on branding that in a different meeting.
What else did I forget anything?
No, you are slaying it. And
You're doing
You
great.
were laughing, so I was like, I'm not sure.
You're doing great.
You're too polite to laugh at me.
No, we like to laugh in general.
Okay.
This is the future agenda items. Okay. I agree, that's great. I really appreciate and I know Jessica does too, the energy and the new ideas that this group is bringing. I think it's something that this group can benefit from and is benefiting from and will continue to do so. So thank you. Do we need to motion to adjourn or can we, no? Okay, if there are no other closing comments, I will go ahead and adjourn our meeting. Okay. You are all troopers. Thank you so much.
especially you just put in there 4 years ago.
Thanks, everyone.
Patience, patience.
Yes, thanks everyone for your patience. And also, I guess, hopefully, I'll email